Okay, so firstly I'll just point out that the Sumry makes it the first thing that they put on their thing there, on their advertisement. Straight away they've got here circuit breaker, circuit breaker, circuit breaker. Put circuit breakers everywhere. Alright, so you won't see this on other inverters, so I sort of had a feeling that this doesn't have as many what do you call them, anti stuff like reverse polarity and all that sort of stuff, protection. So it doesn't have all the protections the other one has, which I suppose is okay and all that. So yeah, so we'll just go and have a look what's going on there in the shed. Yeah, okay, so try and come out. Yeah, so there's nothing hooked up there now. I've gone back to my other inverter. So yeah, so what we had was a bit of a short or a burn come out of there, that thing there. So when you're first setting up your inverters, all you got to do is make sure you've got the correct voltage, and positive goes to positive and negative goes to negative. Alright, so that's basically it. So I got some 2-volt batteries there. They're all old and second hand and that sort of stuff, but they still do alright. So yeah, so I've got it on 24 volt config there at the moment for the powmr, which is doing alright. The powmr is pretty good. So the main reason I got the powmr was because I was servicing my last ones and they don't have these little vents on the side. That little thing there saves me so much hassle. Like, this hasn't been run along and you can already see dirt build up, dust build up on that. So just servicing these inverters, I had the EA Suns there just before, and the EA Suns are good because they've got Bluetooth. I like Bluetooth and I don't like Wi-Fi. It's so annoying, especially if you're off-grid. Off-grid, you know, I've got, like, I'm a poor man. I don't have line. I can't afford 2-3 lots of internet. I can just get one on my phone and use that as a hotspot. And if you got to set up Wi-Fi, then you got to set up another phone with another hotspot and blah blah blah, whatever else. Or buy stuff. Or I don't want to buy stuff. I just want to be off-grid and communicate with my computer from my house. So yeah, so this little Bluetooth thingy here, that's working quite well. It's taken over from my expensive one there, Victron. Victron, you guys are nuts. This thing's so much money. It's just a battery management little monitor, and you charge a fortune. It's stupid. Right, this thing's $100, and fair enough. I'd rather pay that than 300 Australian dollars you guys want for your flash stuff. Yeah, so yeah, the powmr, great machine, goes to 4,200 watts, which is awesome, but I think everyone's got to be aware that's a lot of amps going through these things here for 24 volts. You got to stay around 3,000. So it's nice to have that bit extra, but you can't stay on that for very long because these things here will start getting hot. I've had the 200 amp breakers trip because I left it running too long, doing cooking and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this thing here, I didn't even get to turn it on, nothing. I put this into 48 volt configuration. Took all photos of everything, so I made sure that it's all spot on. Hooked it up, and then, you know, just turn on one of those breakers down there to get it going. And then, yeah, smoke come out of this thing, really bad sort of smoke. So yeah, I just gave up and just went back to the other one. So I just got me wires going there. I got all my breakers and stuff in there. That's for the solar, but they weren't even hooked up to it. Not on. The power outlets there, so I don't know. Sometimes this wiring in there, you see here, like the colours that they've got there. You'll notice there's only one brown and one blue. So you'll see they're starting to add in American wiring there now, sort of thing. So when you got positive and negative, Australia has to sort of go over to that as well. So you got to keep an eye on positive and negative. And I check with my other inverters to make sure that I plug them in the right spot on this one as well, because these wiring colours are starting to get a bit iffy. And a lot of them are clearly marked underneath, and Sumry's not as clear as the other ones. It hasn't got like, it's got input, but it won't say what sort of input. But anyway, we'll get to that. So yeah, that's that one. I like this one. It's a good inverter. Like, it got me out of trouble. It was good price, and it's a good backup one. But I'd rather something a bit bigger, which is why I got that. But yeah, it's not happening. So yeah, but it's a good little inverter, but the screen on it is just so small, and I hate those little screens. This one looked like it was going to have a bigger one and be a bit more easier to work on and give you a bit more info. This one here, I want to see watts mostly. I want to see what's coming in, what's coming out, that sort of stuff, and how much battery I've used, or that sort of stuff. I suppose that most of that's for this one. I'll do a bit better of a rundown later on. Alright, cheers.